before Thanksgiving.
What happened to it?
He just kept having heart attacks.
Um, have you ever been married or anything?
No,
And you don't have any children?
no.
Your mother's your primary source of emotional support, kind of who you lean on?
And not. I mainly I read the Bible a lot. I no, we really don't. There's like a separation between her and my sister. Like there's just I don't know, maybe a personality. You know, no, I wouldn't say conflict, but just I don't know. It's strange. They got a strained relationship.
So when
They
you're
got
stressed,
my mother's
you
got a
go to the
bit.
Bible.
My mother's got a bit of a temper on him. Like they really actually they cork off and they have like a tantrum, almost like you know, in those communes like up in Oregon, they would do like the weird tantrum screaming with the guru guy. And like that's
Oh
what
yeah.
they do. Like I just out of the clear blue, they'll just cork off. They'll hit the dog and they've been up to you a few times to rural Nevada for like a marriage counseling when Rusty was alive. So she was seeing Juanita. Oh, I can't think of their last name.
Yeah, she was Crawford. She was a psychologist up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And where's your sister at?
Emeryville or Lafayette, California, down in the Bay Area.
You don't have a lot of contact with her?
No, no, I put them down as emergency contact though. Instead of Susan, my mother, on the forms for rural Nevada counseling.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah,
Their name is Katie. What's that?
that's your call, man. Whoever you want to have your emergency contact stuff like that. That's fine.
Yeah, their name is Katie Logan or Catherine Logan.
So are you looking for a job or anything,
I
or you
was.
just
It
kind of
got. It reached the point no one wanted to hire me during COVID, right before COVID. So just in dealing with the anxiety, it's just a lot of just out of work right now.
how far did you go in school?
12th grade.
You graduated?
Yeah,
It asking here, when did you graduate?
1999.
What school?
Foothill. It's in Sacramento.
Foothill, Foothill?
Yeah,
In 1999?
yeah. June 1999.
Uh-huh. And how long you been employed?
Unemployed. Probably like 5 years, maybe 6. I think more like 6.
Got back up here. All right. Do you have any medical problems other than the anxiety and stuff like that, Billy?
Yeah, I have intestinal problems. I have scar tissue in my intestines.
Uh-huh.
I've had several surgeries on my abdomen region. I had a couple hernias, and I had a twisted intestine for several years, and they had to unknot it. It was like knotted up practically, and so they had to put in some medical rods inside to straighten them. And I had my appendix removed and a gallbladder.
How many hernias you had?
2.
God, if I could spell. All right. I got to go through this checklist again, but I just looked over it, so I'm going to try to put the same thing on there that you put on there the first time. I don't know why they've got this on there twice. No history of depression. It's more just anxiety, right?
So there's depression, but it more just anxiety and depression resulting from the anxiety.
Okay. Some difficulty concentrating and stuff like that because of the anxiety.
Sometimes I'll lose a thought, like I'll have a thought, and then just, oh God, what the heck? I have to like rethink.
Yeah. Hey man, that may not get no better with age. I take it from somebody that's a get older. Just yeah, but it's kind of like concentrating, remembering. Sometimes when you're real anxious, you just kind of wait. What was I going to do? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No kind of aggression is there, Billy? No kind of fighting and that kind of stuff.
No.
All right. Okay. When was you discharged from Carson Tahoe again?
September 4th.
And why were you in there?
Just because of really upset with what's been going on. So I just checked myself in.
About the political unrest and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I also text messaged sheriff deputies, just a bunch of articles, Lyon County sheriff deputies to their, just a bunch of articles, just what's going on, just look. What happened was the most team took me in, but then they let me off, and I just told them they asked me if I wanted to stay or go, and I felt like leaving, but I was like, you know what? It was interesting. There was some things I was getting into a book there called Codependent No More by Melody Beatty. So
yeah, that's an old book.
So I decided that kind of sort of just like kept my interest going. I was like, I think I just want to continue reading that book. And there's just some interesting things there that piqued my curiosity, so I just told them, I'll stay, But then, like, after they're like, all right, it's like one of those things where, like, oh no, man, what if they're going to keep me here for a long time? So then you start getting more anxiety, like, oh, they might. You only get let out like twice a day for walks. That's if they.
I can't. I lost you there. I can hardly hear you, man. Did something happen on your end?
No. Can you hear me now?
I can now, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you stayed for a week?
Yeah. Yeah, they had me there for 2 nights, because what happened was most team handcuffed me, because I texted a bunch of sheriff deputies, but I wasn't typing them any threats or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But just weird things, so they handcuffed me. They found me. I was walking down the street. It was weird because the day that happened, my mother was asking me if let's go for a ride, let's go shopping, we have some things to talk about. I was like, it was weird, she just got done corking off at the dog, and I was like, I think I'm going to go for a walk, and I walked down the street, and here comes Officer Cooper from Lyon County, I actually got it on video and uploaded it to YouTube after I got out of the Carson Tahoe. It was really interesting, but yeah, Roman and Cooper, they put me in handcuffs. They took me up there and saw. When the 72 hours was up, they asked me, "Do you want to stay or do you want to go?" I was like, "Well, dude, I just got into that book by Melody Beatty, and there was some weird things going on there that I just was. It's weird that portion of psychology had me just like, I think I'll stay." And so they're like, "All right," and so they kept me there like another 5 days. So I was there like seven days total, and by like Tuesday, I was just like I was ready to leave. So I asked them, and they let me go Wednesday on the 4th.
Now, is this the only time? Okay, what medications were you placed on there?
The Seroquel, 200 milligram, and
Wait a minute.
hydroxine, 25
Wait a minute.
milligram.
I got to type one at a time. Seroquel, 200 milligrams.
Yeah.
And what else? Hydroxyzine.
Yeah, 25 milligrams from Allison Cotton.
Are you still taking it?
Yeah. I need to get a refill tomorrow. I called in today to Smith's.
Let's see. Now, before that, have you ever been in counseling other than at rural Nevada?
Just in Ogden, Utah, with a lady named Carolyn. That was like in 2011, and Aloha. That was like I don't know, like 2010.
Oh my type. In 2011 in Ogden, Utah, and where? In 2010?
Yeah, same in Ogden, Utah with Aloha. Their name was Aloha.
And you were at rural Nevada about 2 years ago?
Yeah, in 2022 in January.
How long did you go there?
It was like a week.
Okay. Is there any family history of mental health problems that you're aware of?
Yeah. I guess Susan's, my mother's adopted mother, Louisa, had problems. Was weird. They drove off like in the middle of December, like 1992 or January 93, because of some voice told them to drive out to Michigan.
So was she diagnosed with anything, or is just?
Well, they were adopted, so I don't remember. I was in 6th grade at the time.
So this was your adopted grandmother?
Yeah, I guess so. She adopted my mother in like 52 or something like that.
Now you said there's no history of child sexual abuse or physical abuse or that kind of stuff, but you
No.
witnessed a guy get shot or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and it was in 1994, like October 1994, and he was riding around a bicycle on Santa Fe Way, and he's waving his gun around, and some truck
Uh huh.
passed him, and then
Uh
10
huh.
minutes later, he came back around again. The truck accelerated in front of him, and he just
Uh
shot
huh.
him in the head, right in his forehead, and he just fell off his bike, and his head was just rolled. I mean, his
He shot himself in the head.
no, he got shot in the head by the truck that went by him. He was
The
waving his
guy in the truck shot him.
yeah, yeah. The passenger side shot him in the head, and he collapsed from his bike, and his eyes were rolled in his head, and he's bleeding out in the gutter.
And when was this?
It was October 1994, and I'd been shot at. I was shot out a few years before that at the port of Sacramento, and the bullets whizzed right by my ears. It was crazy.
Who shot at you?
I just some people across the river.
And when was this?
That was like in like 1991, and like a year before that, it was weird because my friend Scott Harris was with me, and my father and his friend, I think Andy and Tony, we were all fishing, and all of a sudden we're getting shot at. It was crazy, but like a year before that, Scott Harris, he spent the night with me, and we went to some neighbor's house across the street. They were Romanian, and there was like an injured bird in the neighbor's yard, and he went to get it, and like he got in a fight with Donna, and like over the bird, and like he wouldn't give her the. We were like 9 or 10 years old, and so she went in the backyard, and she just let out their German Shepherd, this big German Shepherd, and just bit into his neck, and he was spewing out blood all over the place from his neck. My father had to take him into the house, and the ambulance was taking a long time, and like his mother, Scott Harris, Robin Harris, or whatever her last name was, she came and picked him up and took him to the hospital, and he was just bleeding all over the place. And she took him to, I think Sutter's Hospital in Roseville, California.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it was.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like just really just gruesome. Like his there was like chunks of flesh in the bathtub. They gave him in the bathtub, so he wasn't bleeding out all over the place. It was like I was like in third grade at that time.
I can imagine what that was like. Have you ever been arrested or had any legal issues?
I've had a DUI.
When was that?
Yeah, that was in 2005.
All right. So you don't drink, you don't use any drugs, right?
No, I haven't had marijuana in a while. That actually helps with anxiety.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
It's been a while. I don't know. They prescribe it here in the state of Nevada. I heard, like they got a dispensary right up the street. They charge way too much, too
Yeah.
much money. Can't afford
So
it.
when you were smoking weed, were you smoking like every day or anything, or just occasional? Or
Yeah, it was every day.
so
It
how long
does.
ago was that?
Like probably like I haven't like 6 months ago. Like I ran out of marijuana buds. The
Okay.
nuggets.
So
They help. They really help. Like it's calming. It really tastes good. Smells good. I get way more. Actually, I get way more anxiety, like from coffee. Like coffee gets me like, the jitters. Like you get like pent up almost. Like oh god, I need to lay off.
yeah, let me go over the stuff with the weed with you just for a minute, okay? Now I want you to go back to when you were smoking about 6 months ago, okay?
Yeah.
You hadn't smoked any in 6 months, okay? But when you were smoking, were you ever doing more than you intended?
No.
No. Did you ever try to quit, not be able to, or control it, cut it down, or anything?
I don't get any problems when I'm out. I'm out.
Mhm.
It's one of those things. I get more stressed out when I'm out of coffee. When there's no coffee in the morning,
Hmm.
I marijuana. It's like I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things to where okay, moving on till But
Yeah.
coffee is like that's a psychoactive. Coffee is.
Yeah. Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, I don't buy the packs. I just do the bagged OHM and just I don't even have a smoker's cough from it or anything.
All right. And you've never been in substance abuse treatment, have you?
No.
That. All right, man. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write this up. I'm going to put a diagnosis in there. I guess, that anxiety with paranoia. I'm just trying to think how to, it's just, I don't know if it's paranoia or if it's just severe anxiety, I
Yeah.
think.
I just
So here's what I'm going to put
nobody's after
generalized
me.
anxiety severe, I
I'm
think.
just like really just worried about that whole Israel. What's going on in Israel and Donald Trump getting shot at twice like that. He's the one that had in Jerusalem. He had the U.S. embassy relocated from God, I can't think of that town's name right now, but he relocated right to Jerusalem, and that's to me. It's like if he gets elected and somebody else tries to shoot at him again, they're gonna bring more troops over to Palestine. I am not happy about that. That really
Right.
And the prices of just food is just terrible right now. $100,000 on the mortgage, just
Yeah.
outrageous. I just don't know what to do. That's just fight. Just part of me just sees my future just homeless on the streets.
Yeah.
Just weird.
I'm just trying to think diagnostically. I'm leaning toward just anxiety, generalized anxiety, severe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My fingernails aren't like I used to just pick at my fingers. It's really bad, to the point they would just bleed. Just really nervous. Like my parents, when I was a child, I had 6 years old. I got a concussion
Uh-huh.
from a go-kart injury. It rolled on my head, and I had just severe headaches for years. It just really hurt, and I have some autism. Just it's really weird. Like I don't know. I haven't been able to just been weird jobs. Just customer
Have you ever been
service.
diagnosed with autism?
Yeah, I've been told. Yeah, just as a child, from a state worker, autism.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm not going to go with that. I'll put it in there that you've been diagnosed in the past by a state worker when you was in
this
the
is in
elementary school that
California.
might
It was
have
like
mild
1984.
autism.
Huh?
I can put in there that a state worker like a social worker for the state
Yeah.
said that when you were young.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not going. Here's what I'm going to do, Billy. I'm going to put in generalized anxiety disorder, and I'm going to recommend you see our doctor and a therapist out there at rural Nevada. Is that okay?
Sure.
And I'll write this up tonight. They'll have it out there first thing in the morning. They'll probably call you first part of next week to get something set up. Okay.
All right.
Now, as I'm writing it up, if I run into a problem here, I'll call you. Okay, from that 901 number.
All right. Yeah, I remember you. You were really cool. The last time I talked to you, you were like, I had problems with Frank. He would follow it. He had like I don't know. Just I ended up just canceling.
You were seeing Frank
Yeah.
out there?
Yeah. It reached the point to where like I was getting better, and so I just ended up just
Yeah.
stopping.
Let me. Frank don't work there no more. I can't even remember Frank's last name.
I think it was Neary.
But
Frank Neary.
maybe. Yeah, he don't work out there anymore, man. They've got some pretty good therapists out there now. They're licensed clinical social workers.
Yeah.
So let's get you in to see one of those
Well,
guys and see our doctor.
World Nevada.
And
There's one like right up the street from me here in Dayton, like right on.
yeah, that's where we're going to get you.
Oh, okay, yeah, because the one out in Silver Spring is a bit far.
Yeah, it's too far.
Yeah,
They get you to one updating.
I would like to just figure out a way to where like, I don't know, pitch in some ideas towards the city council to getting this town built up. Another thing that I have anxiety over. I am sick and tired. I can't afford the transportation to drive to Carson City and Reno for every damn thing. I have pissed. Like I want to just either build this town up, contribute to that, or just move somewhere. And I don't even think I can afford to move. It's like I'm stuck here, and like this town is not convenient to live in. The maintenance of the car and back and forth, Carson for every damn thing is just, I've had it with that. It's just not. I would love they would build up this place more with businesses to keep people here. Get a better economy going.
Yeah, I get it, my friend. Well, let me get it written up and get it to them.
All right.
I don't know what to tell you other than just kind of sit tight, breathe. Exercise tends to help. Just going for walks and stuff may help. Breathing a little bit, kind of self-monitoring.
Yeah,
and I'll put in there that you need to see a psychiatrist, and you feel like the hydroxyzine is probably helping, but you might need it increased or something.
I'd like to 50. Yeah, see if a 50 milligram, because they have me twice a day on 25 milligram, and I'm just like, I could, like, there's something there. I'm like, oh God, I start getting these moments of just real, just overpowering anxiety. Just like, I think maybe like if we can get that up to like 50 twice a day, that might.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the parameters are for that. I mean, there's limits to what they can prescribe and can't prescribe, but 50, you can take 50 of that. I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to the doctor. I'm going to try to stay in my lane,
All right.
Not get out of my lane. I don't want to get them mad at me. But I'll get it out there to them tonight, man. And then they'll have it tomorrow. If you want to call them tomorrow and try to get something set up, feel free. They'll have it first thing in the morning. I just don't know if they will be able, but I'd probably wait till like Monday and give them a call.
All right.
It's me. Does that sound all right?
Sure.
All right, my friend. We'll get you set up, okay?
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, man. You hang in there.
You too. Take care. God bless you.
You too. Bye now.